Do you think that there's more toxic people in this world than healthy people?
Let me think about that. Yeah.
More toxic?
I think more toxic because, like I'm saying, opposites attract. And I feel like someone could be healthy and then get kind of dragged into the toxic, and then that multiplies and keeps multiplying.
That's what I was going to say.
So, yeah.
Like, you could be a healthy person and you get in a relationship with a toxic person, and then they make you become toxic. So now you're two toxic people, and now you go date another healthy person, and then you make them toxic. So,
but then after it cancels out because then you date someone healthy. So then you go back to that. So I think
or
it's
do you
like,
make the healthy person toxic? I think there's more toxic people.
I think we need to shut the fuck up.
100%. We still do this thing?
Chemical X.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Chemical X podcast. I'm your girl, Alessia, also known as Alessiana.
I'm Veronica, and guys, as usual, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave us a comment down below. We love to hear what you guys have to say, even when it's, hating on us. It's fine. We'll take the comment. And also leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Let's
dive right in.
in.
So, guys, today, Alessia and I were play girls.
I think we're manifesting for our big cover.
I always said that one of my dreams was to be in Playboy, and
it's gonna happen.
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of passing the age. I've seen House Bunny, and I know what age she gets kicked out at, and I'm running out of years.
You're still good. Don't worry.
I'm still good.
Yeah.
You still think that I'll be in Playboy?
I think so. Okay. I can even tell you the age it's gonna happen at.
Well, tell me.
Nope.
What the fuck? I hate when people do that.
It's in 2 years.
When I'm 28.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that when she gets kicked out of the Playboy mansion?
I'm not sure, but it's happening at 28.
Oh my, they're gonna go in the oldies section.
Somebody clip this up when we're actually that age and it happens.
Or when it doesn't happen, just let this shit slide.
Yeah.
Just let it slide.
Well,
just
no one.
ignore that this ever happened.
Someone's only gonna clip this if it doesn't. If it
100%.
happens, so 100%. We're good.
So today, guys, we have
an anxiety episode.
We have a toxic episode.
Well, by the way, I've been on my toes ever since we started talking about this topic off camera.
Well, it's a topic that no matter how far gone you are from the situation, you still never really get over it because there's no closure involved. Okay. And what we're going to talk about today, guys, is when, maybe it's your man, maybe it's your girl, but you kind of catch something, or there's deleted messages, or you catch them doing something kind of sus, but you never get to find out what it actually was because you never get to dig through it. Either the messages were deleted, it was done on Snapchat, they never ended up showing you. And I swear that shit hurts more than if you would actually see what was going on.
I just need to know for my own sanity so I could sleep at night what happened. I don't care. I'm over the situation. We're no longer together. But please, can I just know what was said?
Can you talk about your situation at the gym? Did you ever say the story on the podcast of the messages?
Like briefly.
Okay.
When I was in a relationship, I had basically went through his phone. And
as one does.
As one does. There's more to it, but there's so much to catch up on. Basically, guys, I went through his phone. Fuck off. Everyone's done it. Okay. So I go through his phone, and I had already known. This was there's always that one girl where there's an alarm system, right. We know there's something.
Well, it's
you
when
have
you go
to worry about
phone.
them on birthdays and certain situations where it's they have the right to say something, but you're also getting ready for that day.
But when you have trust issues with your partner, and let's say you're going through your phone, clearly there's something that has happened in the past.
Yeah.
There's always certain people you're looking for. You're skipping right by all those other people. You're typing in the name of the person.
When you're worried about people on a birthday is a good day to be okay, this bitch is gonna write to him
100%,
because it's socially acceptable.
Yeah. So we're getting pretty toxic in this episode. And if you're also toxic yourself, and, maybe you're a guy that's dating a lot of girls and you can't keep up with their names, you know what you do?
You get them name necklaces.
You buy them each a custom personalized name necklace, because then you'll never forget. You're going to be looking in her eyes and glancing down and going, her name is Emily. I almost called her Brianna.
That is fucking genius.
It's pretty genius if you ask me.
You are the best guy I ever met.
And guys, if you're looking to be toxic or if you're just looking to be trendy, fashionable, and looking for some cute jewelry, then head on over to Every Jewels and check out the wide variety of products that they have. Anything from jewelry to even phone cases, tote bags, some cute sets. So go check them out. They have so many cute things.
And maybe a discount code for one Brianna won't be, really that worth it. But if you're getting a bunch of girls, then guys, that discount code is really going to come in handy. So use our discount code ChemicalX at checkout to receive 20% off your entire order. You are going to make all the Briannas and Emily's happy in your life.
Yeah.
So I had already known that this girl had wished him a happy birthday, okay? Because I've seen that. I went through it. I have seen that, okay? So I already know that there's a conversation there. The next time I go through the phone and see this girl, everything is deleted. Now, that makes me think, obviously, there's a conversation before because I've already seen the happy birthday.
You already knew that there was messages before,
so there's obviously shit being deleted.
Right.
Okay? And now the last thing I see is...
There's only one message.
There's only one message. Is everything okay? That's the last message. I fully haven't healed from that. I still don't know why another bitch is asking why everything's okay. I'm sorry. Did you become his girlfriend overnight that you need to ask him if everything's okay?
But that's like, there must have been a call or a something in
Veronica,
there.
you're making me pissed again.
I'm sorry.
Be careful what you say.
I know it's been a while, but like, I'm sorry.
But like, who asks someone, and it could also be about me, right?
Yeah.
What are you airing out our fucking relationship? That would be even worse.
Yeah. And was this a girl you already had like an issue with?
I never really had an issue with, but like, I think when things like that happen, it's like obviously like my man's in the wrong completely, but you can't help but just be bitter at someone, even though like you have really no rights. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's your man, the problem.
Look,
I hate people who want to like beat up the girl.
Yeah.
But I think a pit in my stomach is just like, I don't have good vibes towards her. And like, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm so fucking excited to run into her, So like recently I actually bumped into her, and this is like so far gone afterwards. Still never got the closure I needed. And it's like, she's waving hi at me and I'm like, take your hand and stick it up your ass. We're not good. Show me the messages. You guys could have had a full-blown relationship. I would literally high-five you and be like, thank you. I got what I needed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care anymore. I'm so far removed. But also, like, just show me the message so I can sleep at night.
Well, I want you guys to know that when this happens...
Because it's traumatizing. Like, it brings you back, Like, but she's, like, linked to this.
But the thing is, when there's a message and you know for a fact that there's stuff that was deleted... You spiral so hard. It could have been anything. The messages could have been anything. They could have not even been bad. I mean, why are you deleting them if they're not bad? But anyways, that's another topic. But like, the fact that they're not there just makes you spiral and think of any possible situation as to what happened, what the conversation was. And you're probably making an even worse story.
Yeah, no. I spiraled. They cheated. They had a full-blown like conversation about me. But he was like, I'm leaving her for you. Like, guys, name it. I thought about it. I hated him every day for it.
But are we going to talk about what you were ready to do?
And you know what? I'm normally someone who's like very strong. Like, I would never, like, I'm always one to be like, guys, fix it up with your man. Like, don't message the girl. Like, please, it's embarrassing. But I was so in a stage where I was just like, I need an answer.
You need the closure.
I needed the closure. So I was like, I want to, honestly, and I know this is so against me and everything I would ever do, I want to message her and literally be like, but I know I'm messaging her and her loyalty is not to me, it's to my boyfriend for some reason. I know her loyalty is not to me. So I know whatever I'm writing, I'm never getting the answer. But there's one, I even tried, I was like, what if I manipulate the situation and act like I saw the messages and now like I want to talk to her about it? So that this way, like, there was no lying on her end. It's all about manipulation. I'm like, if I go in and say, hey, like, can you please tell me the conversation? Then she's aware that I don't know and then she's not telling me anything. Exactly. But maybe I'm like, if I try a different route and I'm like,
I saw what you said.
I saw what you said. And I'm like, from that, say, like, try and see what she says and bounce off that. Anyway, I thought of everything. I was in my car for 2 hours. Like, do I send this message?
Well, she was calling me.
Every part of me was like, this is not right, Alessia. This is not who you are. Like, don't do it. And I wanted to send that. And in the end, I don't know, I guess God was on my side.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's because I told you off. Well,
Because
she was
I asked
calling
you
me
and your sister
Yeah.
was like, I don't agree with this. I don't approve it. But if you are going to do it, please word it like this.
Yeah.
And I had it. I was there in the chat. I was
Yeah.
about to send it.
She had told me, and I was like, Ale, listen to me. I know that right now you're willing to do anything, but you absolutely will regret this. And I promise you, you are not going to get the answer you're
know.
looking for. All you're going to do is embarrass yourself and make yourself be in a situation that you don't want to be in.
I thought about-
and you're not going to get the response.
I thought about like going out, like meeting her out, getting wasted with her, and like snatching her phone and going in the bathroom. Like I've thought of every situation.
I thought you were going to show up with a gun and mug her.
I thought about everying.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I get it.
Do you get it? Like
I
it's like
1000%
I know you're not gonna tell me, so I just gotta get you drunk.
But you need to know. And that's what's the most fucked up thing about these situation is okay. Wicca.
Yeah.
Situations is you never know. And that's what's the fucked up thing. It's not about what was said. It's not about like the messages leads that you're never gonna know. Even if they tell you, babe, we were talking about a cooking class and that I cut my hand, like no matter what they say, you're not gonna believe them, and you're always gonna think the worst in that situation.
If you are that person who's in that situation, escaping something or hiding, I want you to know it's probably better to just show your partner.
Even if like sometimes
Sometimes
you know
they
you
just
delete
need to
something.
see it in order to just close the tab
Yeah.
in their head. If you do not show your girl
Yeah.
that tab is always open.
It's crazy.
She's never getting the closure, and it's, by the way, there's gonna be times she just gets pissed at you again for
that.
just because the tab's open and she thought about it again.
I think like some people think they're doing the right thing by deleting messages because they're like, I know that like this is gonna piss her off if she sees this, so I'm just gonna like remove them so she doesn't even see it. But that's actually the worst route to go because
Well,
it's
if you get caught,
easier-
if you don't, then they're like, I'm good.
Yes, but it's easier for someone to swallow something that they can really see and like see what you said, see
Yeah.
what they said, and like come to terms with it rather than like try to trust what you're telling them after you deleted the messages. It's like, I'm not trusting you already because you deleted the messages, so already it's shady, and now you think I'm gonna trust what you were talking about.
Exactly. The main thing about it all is that women, we don't like to ever feel like idiots. So it's
I mean,
like
I
if
don't
I
think
have to
anybody
walk
wants
in
to
the
feel like an
room and
idiot.
like I went to the gym, for example, and I start again, it's also me feeling like an idiot once again.
Yeah.
So I think people have to understand like the depth of it. It's not only just about her, it's about me feeling like I'm the idiot in this situation because there's probably this whole situation that happened that I don't know about, or maybe it was nothing, but anyway.
Anyway. Do
Anyway.
you delete the messages if it's nothing? Well, speaking
Thanks,
about
Veronica.
hiding, I'm sorry. I mean, look.
I mean, look, there's a reason I'm single.
So speaking of hiding things, I'll always remember in the past, like my ex-boyfriend, we had this big issue with his ex, you know, and I had one day like found that his messages with his ex were moved to like the general chat area. So not like primary, like it was moved to general, and like obviously that's your ex-girlfriend. Why would she randomly be in the general chat? It's the only fucking message that's there, you know? And when I had caught that happening, I was like, why would you purposely go out of your way to move those messages in the general? Because you don't get notifications there, you don't see it when you open, when you swipe, you don't see the messages there. And his reason was like, well, because I knew that if she would message me and you would see, you would be bothered.
Well,
Yeah. Well, what the fuck?
Wait, was he doing you a good service?
Like, did he think that he was doing something nice for me, that he's hiding his messages with his ex?
But he honestly gave you an honest answer.
Well,
You're saying if they're
I don't-
honest,
Look,
we could digest it more.
why are you even talking to your ex? Why are you talking to
You
your
know
ex
what-
and hiding in the general chat?
You know what
your
that's saying
messages?
also? That he's so worried about her impulsiveness that he needs to have her there just in case, because she's probably crazy and impulsive. He can't control after if like she randomly writes to him at a time that you guys are together, or that like he's gonna have to do
Well,
some
why is that
explaining.
door open?
Veronica, it's not right at all.
It's wrong.
It's completely wrong.
I think like the idea of going out of your way to hide something.
Yeah, you're
like,
hiding something.
You're hiding something. Even the fact that like whatever, first of all, it's a stupid fucking reason to hide it. Like you're obviously in the wrong just with that reason. But like that you're going out of your way to hide messages is like you're doing something wrong. Regardless if it's her messaging you and if you're not answering back, he was, but whatever.
I remember there was a point where you were even like, yeah, You have to understand they had a crazy guys. She would literally tell me, you have to understand that they had a crazy love. Like I can't come in between that. And I was like, whoa.
I want you guys to understand something in this episode, and I'm a fucking idiot, and I'm super gullible, and I will believe anything you'll tell me.
I don't think you believed it. I think when you get so far past it, you're so like numb, and you just choose to like almost believe what they say because it's easier than to just like go down this path of like hating somebody that you're still technically going to stay with.
Yeah. But right. And I feel like none of the reasons were tangible enough for me to be like, I'm going to break up with you because you moved her messages to the general chat. Like for me, it didn't seem like a big enough reason, but it was still something that it was like, this is so fucked up, but I don't even know how to process this emotion. So I'm just going to be like, yeah, you move them to the general chat.
Babe, if you don't mind, just take her out of general, please.
Babe, if you don't mind primary, so when I'm going through your phone, I can find it easier. Like if you don't mind.
You know what? Actually, you're going to find it easier in general.
That's true. Right at the top.
Right at the top. Because she's going to be the only one there.
And then you know what he did, which was even worse. And this fucking pissed me off. When we were fighting about this, and this just goes to show I'm such an idiot. When we were fighting about it, he went, yeah, like, anyways, I don't even care about her. Like, I'll delete the messages right now. Swiped and deleted the messages. But I was like, oh, what was in those messages?
Well, he played it. I see what he did.
Oh yeah, he hid whatever was going on.
No. That's
sneaky. And he pulled the if you don't want her there, I guess I'll just delete them for you.
He's fucking smart, man.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah. Anyway,
but these are type of situations that like you can never get over them because it's like you knew. You don't know.
But even we don't know what was said. Okay. Mm-hmm. How could any of it be good? Just think about it. Why it could only be bad, regardless if it's happy birthday. Do you know what I mean? Like, bitch, 100%. Move on. Like,
why are you liking the happy birthday message?
Like,
no.
I think you're only allowed to wish someone a happy birthday if you're single yourself and you know that person is single also. If you know they're in a relationship, please don't stir up shit. Leave them in their fucking happy relationship.
If you're the ex, like simmer, like.
Oh, I hate people like that just have to remind themselves happy who birthday, they are.
Tell your family I say hi. Shut the fuck
up. Grow up. Get a fucking new boyfriend and fucking find a hobby.
Do you want to know your boyfriend's phone password? Or like, what's your rules for like passwords?
Okay, here's my thing. And you're going to probably disagree with me. I do not want to know my man's password because I'm doing it for my own safety. Because I know that if I have his password in the back of my head one day when he's sleeping, I'm going to think about it. So if I don't have it, the thought won't be there.
But you go through your ex's phone all the time.
Yeah, because I found it, not because he gave it to me, because I sleep with one eye open.
But did he know your password for your phone?
I think it was never a thing like, this is my password number. It's more just like when you're kind of like cuddling or you're next to each other and like, you do it. But
there was never a time where you're like, babe, can you pass me your phone for a second? Like, I want to change the song, and you didn't know his password.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I've always known like my boyfriend's password.
No, I'm saying like eventually I knew it, but just not, it wasn't in conversation of like 3131. It was just more like,
that his password.
I know it. Something like that.
You just out his password to the whole fucking.
Listen, I'm fucking helping his new girlfriend. It's along those lines. 3131. There's 2 other numbers, guys. Try everything. You're gonna figure it out. I'm not giving you 6 numbers to work with.
What do you do if you come back from the bathroom and your phone's locked? It's disabled because it says like too many tries, and your man's sitting beside your phone like this.
Yeah. Well, I think I have anxiety with that, and I would only try it a couple times.
Yeah.
But I'm smart enough not to go in there and like, I'm not that dumb to go in there and like try a million passwords. Like, I'm going in the first time with the right one. Like, no, but I actually think like I don't want to know my partner's phone, like password, and I don't want him to have mine. I want there to be like that respect, and this is talking from experience of having had it, and not by him giving it to me, just by like figuring it out.
Well, see, I don't like. For me, it's like
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Are you shaving down there?
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So why isn't your man?
Well, he should be because he's using Manscaped. And if your man is not using Manscaped, or if you're the man and you're not using Manscaped, then I got a little secret for you. you're just not with the times, because all the cool kids, they're using Manscaped. Actually, over 2 million men worldwide are using Manscaped. So why aren't you? That's really weird.
Well, I'm confused.
I'm really confused, honestly. It's really
Hold
weird.
on, we'll wait.
Well, wait. Tell us the reason.
Anyway, whatever your reasoning was, it's not valid.
It's not valid, guys, because they have everything that you're looking for. Not even just a ball razor. They have the nose and ear hair trimmer. They have ball deodorant. Like, I'm sure you didn't know that existed, but I'm pretty sure that you need it. Shampoo and conditioner, body wash, literally everything you need. And not only that, but we're going to put you on with a discount code.
Guys, use our discount code ChemicalX at checkout to receive 20% off. Whoa. Don't go just yet. We're also giving you free shipping. So ChemicalX at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. Have you ever thought about going through your ex's phone?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you think, were you ever like fighting, like battling and within yourself? Like, no, I shouldn't. Like, like whatever you're going to go find, it's just going to make you more like pissed. Do you ever like when you say I'm going to go into my man's phone?
Yeah.
Are you battling like the devil who's like, go through it, get the answer? And then also like, it's not right. You shouldn't do it.
I mean, look, if you give me a reason, you battle it.
But even if you feeling like you have a reason to,
you still kind of
battle this is his private information. Like, should I? Because going through a phone right before that, I have so much anxiety because I really try and tell myself like, no, don't go in.
Yeah. I think the first time, like when you break the seal of going through a phone, then you're fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all about the first time. You have to... It's once you do it once, then you're gonna do it again for any which reason, and like you need to have the willpower when it's the first time.
Exactly.
But if I want to go through a phone, it doesn't matter if I don't know your password or I do. I'm gonna fucking find a way to get into that phone. I don't care if I have to bring it to Apple and put on a wig and a mustache. I'm finding a way to get into that phone.
You don't care if you're opening up his eyes and doing.
If I'm using the thumb, I'll do anything to get in that phone. So for me, the password thing is more of like I find it weird when there's like a weird boundary over something like a phone password that I just feel like it's so chill to have.
But if I don't have yours and you don't have mine, then we're back at common grounds. Yeah, so it's the same thing technically as like us both having each other's passwords. Think about that.
I get what you're saying by that. Like, you're even. But I do feel like that's something for me that it's like, not that it's a requirement, but I just would feel weird if somebody was like, I don't want to give you my phone password. Like, I would be like, why? Why not? Because I'll give you my phone password. I don't give a fuck.
Yes. I think, look, if you're being sketch with your phone, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think if you're able to, be with me and you're giving me your phone to put a song or something and you're chill about it, then I'm more, okay with it. But now, these days, high notifications, fuck you can never be safe. Even at that,
So, no phone password, but like any other passwords, is there anything that you want to know? Because for me, like, do you want like Instagram password? Do you want like actual passwords or no?
If I'm saying no to phones, it's because I just want to be able to trust you and like we're not going through each other's shit. So no passwords.
No passwords.
No.
I think for me, it's just the phone thing. Like it's like a phone password thing and that's it. Wouldn't want to know.
But the phone password logs you into Instagram.
Yes.
It's the key to the door to the house, Veronica. Then you choose where you want to go. Do you want to go to the bathroom? Do you want to go to the bedroom? Do you want to go to the kitchen? They're all there.
I hear you. I get you.
The bedroom is Instagram, by the way.
The bedroom is Instagram. The closet is Instagram. I'm not going to lie. Where all the dirty secrets are. Right in the closet. But yeah, no. I mean, yes, I agree with you. But I wouldn't want... I know some people like want to have like the computer password and want to have like the email password and like all that shit. Like, listen, I'm not there. What do you think about when people have like... when they want their girlfriend's or boyfriend's location? Like they need to have their location.
I don't agree with this. The only person who's going to have my location is... If anything, my parents, and they don't even. Yeah. So now I'm like trying to think if they like love me, but
I mean,
no. But you know what though? It could kind of be cute if like I think this is coming from the fear of like being kidnapped and being scared. I think it's more of like I like the idea of knowing that
someone's looking out for you.
Someone's looking out for me, but I don't want like I said, the phone thing is going to keep me up at night. I'll tell you what else is keeping me up at night. Location. I want to go to bed. I want to sleep.
It's because you know what it is when you have shit like that. You start checking it as a part of like your routine. So
I
it's
don't
like
want that.
you're gonna go to bed, they're gonna bed good night, and you're gonna go check to see that they're actually home, and then it becomes like an obsessiveness that you need to do to confirm that they're at the place that they're at, which is just telling me that you don't actually trust them
your partner
because you need confirmation of where they actually are.
I
Like,
never did that shit. Location, anything.
never,
So,
and I would never, because it's like.
but would
if
you
I'm
take your man's phone when he's not looking and add that on your side?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I don't.
No,
wanna know
I
your
agree. I
location.
agree. I'm just wondering.
Because then it's gonna like I'm gonna feel the need to check it, and then when I lose that privilege, let's say, you know, if I turned on your location and I was checking it, and then like whatever, you turn it off, you realize it was on, you turn it off.
Yeah.
Then I feel like now I lost access to information that I felt like I had before, which I should have never had to
Right.
begin with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So, actually, speaking of locations, deleted messages, there's actually a way that you can access all of that information on your Instagram. It's something that I've known for a while, and I never let my toxic friends, aka Alessia, know that this is a feature that exists, because I just knew that it would, you know, ruin some lives.
I can't believe you
Potentially
didn't tell me
yours.
this.
Sometimes there's a reason you shouldn't know things, just like the location.
The location I don't care about, but that conversation we're talking about, I can't even look the girl in the eyes at the gym still, and I'm over it. So I'm pissed at you. You didn't tell me.
100%.
Like, I'm sorry. Who are you to make the decision for me?
I
Like,
really took the information from you and said nope. But I actually think I had found out about like recently after that whole thing had happened. But I was like, you know what? Let me choose peace. So basically, guys, if you go on
great.
your
friend.
Instagram, okay, there's a feature to download all the data that you have on your Instagram. So it could be messages, and that's including all your deleted messages as well. And basically you put in your email and it'll send you all the data. So like, let's say you go on your man's phone, you know, you put in your email instead of his email, and then it sends you all his data. But I'm just saying, beware with that information, because sometimes there's just some things that you shouldn't go looking for. And you can also see the links.
But can you delete the deleted? Is there a way to remove that completely?
I don't think so. I think when you download that data, it's like you're getting everything, even the deleted messages.
Wow.
I think maybe unsent, but I don't know. I've never done it. No, I swear I've never done it.
Okay.
I personally would never do it. Even though like I know that it's a thing, I don't think that I would ever do it, because I know that it's something that you're spiraling. It's worse than going through a phone. Like, you're having access to all kinds of messages that you're just going to ruin your life with. You know what I mean? Whether it's messages that happen while you're in the relationship or before, like, you're just going to fuck yourself over.
Yeah.
Hard.
What's the second one?
What?
Did you say both?
Well, there's also like, you can see like the locations of like where they've been. You can also see like links. Some like location, service history. Google it, guys. You can also see like links they visited, like swipe ups that they've done. So look, if you're in the business of being toxic, there's a lot of tools at your hand. Actually, speaking of that, can we talk about Instagram's invisible messaging feature? Why are you making it easier for people to cheat? You took away the activity bar where we could see when they were cheating, and now what? You added in invisible messages.
I don't know what's going on.
I need to talk to Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg.
Well,
we can't say his name on this podcast.
If anyone is an OG, then you know that I already tried communicating with him.
Actually, if you could just pull up those messages and just include like, hey, why are you making it easier for people to cheat? Like, let me know.
No. Well, even if I deleted the message, now I know there's a way to get it back.
100%. So... So I want to talk about the stupidest fucking things that I've ever believed and dumbass excuses that I've believed because I'm stupid. Like I said, you're going to realize this on this podcast. I'm going to start with a less stupid story. So one time with my ex, we were in one of our rooms and he was on his phone on like the, you know, chair. And I was like working out or something behind him. And like naturally, when you have a view of the phone, you glance. You
naturally or not naturally? Yes.
Naturally or not naturally, your eyes, they just move towards whatever's going on screen. Mm-hmm. And I happened to catch that like he was on Snapchat. You know when like you're gonna respond to somebody like with a picture, but it says at the top like replying to so and so. You know what I mean? So I caught him like on like the thing, like about to take a picture, and it said replying to his ex-girlfriend. Okay. And I was like, at this point we're living together. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you replying to her on Snapchat? He never uses Snapchat. So I was like, what the fuck? And right away I was like, what are you doing? And it was very much like a what? And I was like, why are you replying to her? And he was like, oh, no. Like, I wasn't replying. I'm like, so why are you on the reply to her camera screen? I wasn't. I swear I wasn't. I'm like, well, did she message you? No, like, no. I'm like, well, did she message you? He's like, well, yeah, she sent me like a memory of us. And I'm like, and you were going to reply? He's like, no, I wasn't. I'm like, I know that on Snapchat to reply to something, it's not just like, oops, I swiped and like I happened to be on the camera. It's like, you have to click like the camera in the chat. You know what I mean? And then he goes, no, I was just on the camera screen because I wanted to see how I looked.
And you believed it. Okay, Veronica.
But what do you want me to do?
Are you asking to get cheated?
I think I am. I think I'm actually saying
I
cheat
think
on
you're
me.
saying I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna try again. Find a better excuse, okay?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. What were you doing on the camera? Okay, that wasn't good. Try again.
But like that's an excuse that like you're just lying, but I can't, cause you didn't send the pic, like I can't even say anything. Like it's just like, yeah, you were looking at yourself in the camera. Like, sure.
Actually, you could say something. Why are you on Snapchat? 2, why do you still have her on Snapchat? 3, why are you still allowed to get memories from her?
Yeah, like first of all.
And 4th of all, why are you on camera?
I was like, why are you? And he was like, oh, well, like I don't even know why I have Snapchat. Like the only reason I had it was because of her.
He's
Delete
digging, and that's
the
the
app.
thing. Men can dig themselves.
Delete the app.
Really big
I read this
holes.
thing where it's like if you let somebody talk long enough, they're gonna out themselves, and that's what it is. Like when somebody's lying to you, just let them fucking talk. Just let them say, because at one point they're gonna spin themselves around into like
It's
and you
it's
just let
so
them, you let
accurate.
them
That's
dig their
why
own
a
hole.
lot of cheaters say the less you say, the better you're off.
Oh yeah, well you always know when somebody's lying because they start adding in like, but like the sky was really blue that day, and you're like, why is that pertinent information?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you're lying. You know, it's very easy to tell when somebody's lying, but sometimes you just accept the lie because you have nothing else to accept.
And I think actually being naive is sometimes better.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, because it's either I accept that he was looking at himself in the camera, or I think about what he was possibly gonna send her, and I think I just have to say like, yeah,
He was
he's a
looking at
narcissist.
himself.
He was looking at himself. You know, so sometimes it's better you just lie to yourself.
Yeah.
I actually have an even worse story.
Tell everybody. Let your boyfriend know one more time why cheating on you would be easy. Let's go.
So
Let him know.
a guy that I was seeing, oh my god.
Wait, do you think that you believed them at the time, or do you think you've just accepted it? I want to confirm that before we move on, because now you seem to have been like, that was a fucking lie.
Look, I think like I accepted it. I don't think I necessarily believed
'Cause
it,
if
but
you're
I think I
talking
had
about
no
it
other
now- if you're-
information.
Right, 'cause if you're talking about it now, then technically
Yeah.
you never really believed
I
it.
never really fully believed it, but I had no other information to like console myself with. So I just took what I could get and I said, yep, that's what it was.
I wish I could be like you.
100%. So, I mean, we've spoken about like happy ending massages and if they're cheating, if they're not cheating, that whole thing. Okay. So there's this guy that I was dating, and I had caught him like in his history, like a bunch of like happy ending massage places, like local, like Montreal happy ending. Okay. And I was like we were in a relationship, like we were dating for a while, and I was like, why are you like, he was Googling like massage
Parlors.
happy ending massage parlor near me, you know, like, you know, and I'm like, why are you Googling this? Like, are you getting like happy ending massages? And he was like, no, what the fuck, I would never do that. I'm like, okay, so why are you searching that? And I had even clicked on the site, you know, like I need to see what he's seeing. Like I need to see what's going on here. And he's
I don't even want to know what he
The
said.
excuse. he goes. He goes. No,
You
no.
never told me this.
It's because it's so stupid. I couldn't have brought myself to tell you this that I believed it. Like I said, I didn't believe it, but he goes. He goes. No. Like I wasn't looking to go. Obviously, I would never go get a happy ending massage. I was going on the sites because when. He's like, when I'm at work, okay, and I want to jerk off, there's no Wi-Fi in the bathroom at work. So I like load the site and I like look at the girls, like the options of the girls on the massage parlor site. Because the internet doesn't work in his work bathroom. First of all, why are you jerking off at work? That's number one. Second of all, wait, no other porn could load except the massage parlor Montreal local near you, girls. And I'm supposed to believe that you're just jerking off to their lingerie pics of the massage parlor girls. But no other site could load, only that one. That's the one you had to use.
Okay, wow.
At that point, I think I said within myself, look, you got a massage, I'm just gonna move on with my life.
But now it brings me back.
But that's an excuse of
cheating with a girl or being at a massage parlor.
Look.
Choose. It's a one. There's no explaining.
Look, I'll take massage parlor.
Okay, thank you.
But Aled, do you believe that he was jerking off
my
to the
question,
lingerie picture?
Obviously not, Veronica. I think she's still waiting for me to be like, yeah.
But like, that's somebody who's like, when people lie, they really pull out like a story so far-fetched that you go like, how is this even a lie? But like,
I think because it's so
it.
far-fetched, you're just like,
he's bringing the Wi-Fi into it. He's bringing the work, the bat, like, and it's like, well, babe, like,
but why are you jacking off at work?
Number one,
you know, actually, my first question is, he got tired of the girls at one location. You know what it is? That's a cheater who's going all around the block.
He's picking his girls.
He's picking his girls. He's going
selecting.
everywhere. He's not even choosing one he likes and going there, which is, you know what? Respects. There's no emotional connection there. We know that for sure.
Allah. I jerk off to their pictures because there's no Wi-Fi in the bathroom at work.
So, babe, ask me for a pic.
Yeah. So, babe, you don't need Wi-Fi when I text it to you? Why not me? Why not me in lingerie?
Choose me. Love me.
But what kills me is like if that's true, like you had to choose a Montreal location. Like you gotta choose that. And like, why the massage? Like there was so many.
And why is there different locations? That's like what's in the area near where I am. Like there's a lot of things in that's like.
I don't want to.
But when you went on the site after, what did you find?
I don't remember. I think I blocked it out of my mind. I just know that I know deep down that he was getting happy ending massages and and that's what it was.
I want to bring back that video where you were like, so I never got cheated on, and just play that back in.
I personally, well, look, I didn't get cheated on to my knowledge because I'm an idiot.
No, because he's just checking for Wi-Fi.
Well, he just wants to see which girl he would hypothetically choose, but he's not gonna. He just wants to select the girl, jerk off to her in the bathroom at work, as if that's better. Even though, like, wait, hold on. Even if it is true, why are you jerking off to 100%. The specific massage girl?
I think before we were talking about how women and men can have sometimes different sex drives, and it's weird because obviously I know you're a very sexual person, so it's like if you guys,
how do you know that?
Well, I know because I know my friends.
Why does that make us sound like we fuck? Well, I know you. I know you're a very sexual person.
But what I'm trying to say is like the way he's going about this with the Wi-Fi and in the bathroom every day at work, it's almost like you guys didn't fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, and I know, look, masturbating and everything has nothing to do with like being deprived from sex. But I feel like sometimes it's like, if you're not getting it from your girl, like you're gonna resort to that.
I mean, look, if you're fucking on the regular, I don't think that there's
like you're doing it every day. Like you're going and see massage parlors all the time.
No, he must have done it. Like I've told myself maybe he did it like twice. I'm still lying to myself. It's actually crazy. Speaking of sex drives though, like have you ever been in a relationship where you and your partner's sex drive didn't match up?
So I don't think it's like you can sit down and say like your sex drives are always going to be at the same level. Like I think you can be with someone who has a very similar sex drive to you, but I do believe like hormones and all of that stuff could kind of like fluctuate between women and men.
I actually think like guys have a very stable sex drive. Like in general, like a guy's sex drive from like the beginning of the relationship all the way through will stay somewhat the same. Maybe in the beginning of the relationship it's a little bit higher just because it's new, it's exciting, like whatever. But for the most part, it's pretty stable. Whereas a girl will be like super, like it'll fluctuate a lot, even just throughout the month. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, that it's like it's hard to say like, yeah, we have the same sex drive or we don't. But I think like you can tell when it's like a drastic difference when somebody's like really not a sexual person and then like their partner is very much so a sexual person.
It's weird to think of somebody not being a sexual person. I like
There's a lot of people out there.
before starting, I was like, wait, but like everyone's technically sexual. It's probably just like the person.
I mean,
that
no,
makes
you
them
could be
not.
asexual. You could be definitely less sexual. A
No,
lot of people,
for sure.
Like,
I
don't-
know, but it's weird to think of.
Yeah. But I've been at times in my relationships like I'm asexual.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get
But it's not because I'm asexual. It's because
it's all
was done with the relationship.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and like I said, for me, I need like that emotional connection. So like as soon as I lose that, like I'm
Checked out.
I'm not attracted to other people because I can only be attracted to one person. But like if we lose that connection, like boom, like I no longer want sex. Like you could tell me we won't fuck for 6 months and I'll be like, okay.
That's crazy though. Like that you could only be attracted to one person, even if it's emotional. Like I could still find other people hot, even if I'm
Hot, but be attracted. Like I can't
Yeah?
think of somebody in a sexual way if I have one person that I'm with.
We're so different.
But it's like I can't.
But wait, does that make me a bad person?
No.
Like I'm not gonna cheat, but like I can definitely look at a guy and go, "Wow!" Like I would fuck him. I'm not going to, but like,
right.
You could
think about
imagine.
it, but I can't. I don't think about like when I'm in a happy like relationship and I have like that emotional connection, I can only be like sexually turned on by the person that I'm with. Like I my mind doesn't even go there. Like even if I would see somebody hot, I would just be like, okay. So like when I lose that with somebody, it's like 0 to 100. Like I go
Do
from
you
being the
think the
most
guys
sexual
it's the
person
same
to 0.
thing?
What do you mean?
Do you think the guys think the same way? No.
I think it depends the person.
Okay.
Okay, live in denial.
Okay.
Okay, sweetie.
This episode is gonna be
Veronica's an idiot.
Veronica's naive as fuck.
Veronica, cheat on Veronica. Actually, that should be the name of the episode.
No, because I can see myself fully devoted to someone. Like they turn me on, everything. Like our sex drives are like off the roofs, but I could still be like, fuck, that's a hot guy. I think that that's where I feel like I'm a little bit like a guy. Like I'm like, wow, like that's a hot guy. Like I can imagine myself fucking them.
Right.
I won't.
I know. I get that, but I can't do that.
Wait, I think I want to be like you. How do I do that?
Like I will even, if I would even like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, anyways, I don't know how to explain it. Like I can't even like, anyways, but what would you do if, let's say, your man like is like, look, I think I'm not like a sexual person anymore. Like I'm asexual now. Like he doesn't want to sleep with you, and it's like months go by and you guys are not sleeping together at all. Would you think it's okay? Would you be like, hey, well, I have sexual needs. Like I need to like go get it somewhere else. Like we could still have our relationship. I still love you, but like I need to have my sexual needs satisfied by somebody.
No, I would just break up with you, because if you're not getting it from your partner, then clearly there's a lot of things off. I think sex is like the glue.
Maybe he's just like asexual. Like he doesn't, he loves you. He's like devoted to you, but he doesn't, he's not turned on by anyone. Like he doesn't like to have sex.
No, I don't want to be with you.
Okay.
You would what?
No.
Go home to your hubby and then what? Go fuck other people? I don't know.
I mean, I think that there's people in certain relationships like that. I think there's certain people in relationships
I
like that.
can't do that.
And what if it was the opposite way around? Like, let's say you were just like, you know, I don't know, something's all like you you don't want to fuck anymore, you still love your man so much, but you do not want to have sex anymore, would you let
you're
him
putting me in a
would you
position
let
that's
him
not-
like hire an escort?
You're putting me in a situation that's not me. And I also think like I don't want to say like I'm a people pleaser, but I think when it comes to sex and what a lot of people don't understand, that sometimes you could not be in the mood for it, but you should still do it even if you're not. And I know this is going to be really like, okay.
Yeah.
If your man has sexual needs, even if you're not in the mood, sometimes it's like, get in the mood then. Because a relationship is compromise. And sometimes I believe like if that's what your partner wants, then you should give it to him. And vice versa. It's like, if your man's always coming home and he's like, oh, like, I don't feel like fucking, I'm tired. Well, it's like, listen, you either give it to me or, you know what I mean? Like, this is going to create other problems in our relationship. Like, I think a relationship is compromise. And I think not women and men can sometimes not be in the mood, which I've never heard a man who's not really in the mood, unless like whatever, you're arguing and there's like things going on. But
I mean, look, I kind of get what you're saying, because I do agree. Like, I think sometimes you have to also like,
you don't want to be
allow yourself to be like, look, maybe I'm not super down right now because okay, I have a headache, but like,
think of your partner.
Like, let me get into this. But at the same time, I've been in situations where like I felt like it started becoming a chore, and I felt like I had to do it because or else I was like, oh my God, they're gonna cheat on me. Like, I need to do this. And that was the fucking worst thing ever, because then I was doing something I didn't want to do. So then I felt like I was like, it was
when you were getting to the end of the relationship.
Yeah, and not only I'm doing it, I don't want to do it, and now it's like putting such a bad vibe to it. So now the next time we're gonna fuck, I have this like anxiety that like we have to fuck now, because like, and then I have the bad vibe of the last time that we had sex and I didn't really want it, and like it's just a whole spiral of pushing yourself to do something you don't really want to do, and then it like creates this
hatred.
Not hatred, but it creates this like anxiety around like your sexual relationship, because then you start feeling like you owe it to them, and then you never feel like you're on that same openness anymore. So I think like when that starts happening, it needs to be a little bit more talked about than just like, I'm gonna force myself to get in the mood and like I'm just gonna like, let's just have sex even though I'm not down, because I think that could actually cause more problems when you start doing that often, you know, like continuing to push yourself to do something that you don't actually want to do, rather than like talk with your partner and be like, hey, look, like I'm feeling this certain way, like maybe we should do stuff that like maybe if we would do this, or like we would set the mood more, maybe it would actually be in the mood. But like forcing myself to have sex with you is not cool.
Yeah, and I think you should also be super open with your partner and talk at the beginning, and kind of like, you know, at the beginning, everyone's going to say, oh, I'm so sexual, you know, like I'm the most sexual. So it's like, and then like it could change. But I think you just have to have the conversation and be open, you know, like I just like would feel really weird if my man was like, I don't feel like fucking. I would be like, okay, there's clearly an imbalance here.
Yeah.
I think as a girl, it's a bit different.
Because like we said,
we have like hormonal changes and, you know, but I still think like as a woman and having hormonal changes, like I still think that sometimes like as a girl, you should suck it up, because sometimes you're not in the mood and then you get in the mood while you're just like,
yes,
you know, and like sometimes you start and you're like, oh, I'm not really in the mood, but then like, you know, you get into it.
But I also think sometimes I think this applies for what you're saying, is like sometimes you can get in this vibe where you're just like too lazy and you're just like, you're not really down to like do the whole shebang. But when you start leaning on that all the time, then you're like kind of fucking up your sex life just because you're being too lazy. You get what I'm saying? Like you start getting in the routine of just, especially when you live together, it's much easier to just be like, oh, tomorrow, like, oh, later, like I don't feel like it right now, like later, and then you're not actually prioritizing it, which I feel like obviously sex is so important in a relationship. Like you should take the time to like, you know, prioritize it the same way you would when you were first in a relationship, even though you guys are living together now and stuff like that. You know, you shouldn't always just like push it.
Yeah.
And, like,
so what do you think
easily?
What do you think if like you start feeling like one partner just is like not as sexually driven?
So actually, this is a really good timing to talk about this, but I was talking with my hairdresser today, and he's been in a long relationship with his boyfriend, I think like 8 years. And I was just like asking about him, like, you know, like what's it like being in a relationship that long? Like how's like your sex life been? Like, you know, I was just like asking him all these questions. And he's like, you know, like the recipe to constantly having a good sex life, he's like, the reality is like there's always gonna be like it's always going to go up and down. Like there will be times where you guys are like more focused on work and you're not prioritizing it and all that stuff. But he's like, a relationship takes work, especially like the sexual part of it. And also he's like, the biggest thing I have to say is communication. He's like, during the times where like maybe we weren't having as much sex, we would always communicate with each other and be like, hey, look, like this and this and this is going on in my life right now. Like I know, I recognize that I'm not putting as much effort in right now, but like we're gonna get back into it and we're gonna put the effort to bring that back. Whereas I think like just ignoring it and not talking about it,
then
and
you
just
start
like
feeling like he doesn't want to fuck me.
and he was even saying like, you know, like I have a friend and they've been married like many years, like they're an older couple, and she always comes, like they've been married like 20 years or something like that, and she always comes and tells them like her sex stories with her husband, and it's like the craziest, wildest sex. Like they fuck like 5 times a week as like a married couple of 20 years. Like they have like kids that are like older, and he's like, it's actually crazy because I look at them and I go like, wow, like they really were able to keep this
Spark
and like sexual spark for so long. And she always says like all it has to do is with communication. Like it's not about like sexual drive, it's not about like attraction, it's not about all those things. It's just like communicating with your partner and like keeping it like a safe and open space. Because I think the fastest way to like break a connection sexually is to like close off the communication. Especially like you said, you start to think like, okay, why is it me, is it this? And then, you know, on the other end, when it's like you're doing something you don't want to do, then it's making you feel bad, it's putting a bad vibe to like your sexual experiences with your partner. You know what I mean? Like there's so many ways that it could go wrong, but I think it's just about like being aware and like taking control of it and communicating with about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, jelly bean. Who's naive? That's 3 things that rhymed.
Listen.
Yeah, no. So, okay. So basically you just have to communicate with your partner. You have to sometimes give it in, even if you're not in the mood. I think that's a fair one though.
I think it's circumstantial.
No, I think that one's fair.
I get what you're
You
saying,
don't
but
always
I think it's
do things in a relationship that you want to do, but you will do it for your partner if you know it's going to make them happy.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. And in that sense, yes. But if you're constantly like forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do,
okay, if it's a constant thing, then it's like have the talk.
Yeah.
If you're not sexually attracted, I would think it has to do with like something missing outside of that.
Yeah, like in the relationship. Yeah, no, I agree.
Right.
So I mean, I think a lot of the times, like, and in the past too, like I said, at the end of my relationships, like all that stuff, it's because the relationship is failing. There's so many things that are like unconnected.
That's why you don't want to fuck. Yeah.
But then I also think that in a normal relationship, you do go through you phases and like, you know what I mean?
I think that has to do with like, I think all of that comes from like having to, you know, change it up a bit, do fun stuff, do date nights. These things are all to just, you know, revive your relationship.
Yeah. And like continue to prioritize, like, even if you have to, you know, set a time and you know, like I know it's like, and like for me, I'm like,
oh my God. Like, if we're setting up a time, give me the divorce papers.
Look. But I do think though, like sometimes people need to do that, you know? But I also think like just as much as you want to prioritize your partner's needs, like you also have to prioritize your own. So it's like, if you really don't want to fuck, like, look, I get it. Like you want to provide that for your partner, but like you're fucking yourself over by making yourself do something that you don't want to necessarily do. But then at the same time, I do think that you have to also acknowledge like
and
what
communicate.
They want. Yeah. And like understand like their needs and stuff, you know? But I think it's a really tricky, slippery slope. And I think it's really difficult to be in a relationship where you guys have different sex drives, because it's like when you're in that vibe where you feel like you know, you're never giving them enough. Like you also have that anxiety of like, they're going to leave me because I'm not giving them enough. I'm not giving them what they want, you know?
And I think then also with girls, a lot of girls are on pills and then they switch their pill, and that can also fluctuate too with your sex drive and stuff. There's a lot of like women, it's more complex, I think, than men.
Yeah. No, I do agree. Like I said, I think men have like a pretty stable sex drive. Like it's like, this is my sex drive and this is how it stays. Whereas like a girl, we're like, well, in the month of January, my sex drive is at a 92%, and March, you know, we're in the low 20s.
In October and it's still sticking with me in September. So yeah, my sex drive is at a low.
100%. But like honestly, I think it's all about communication. And also, I think it's important to understand, like, if it's really important to you, like if sex is really important to you, then like you should have a partner that values that as well. Because you can't, it would be extremely hard to have a relationship with somebody that maybe doesn't value it the same way if you don't have the communication.
I think at that point, I feel like the sexual people should be together, the asexual people should be together. But then I feel like that's a mess also.
Why?
If you're with two people,
Well, you're fucking like crazy or not fucking at all. I
Yeah.
think it's actually perfect. It's just like the way the toxic people should be together and like the healthy people should be together, you know? But somehow it always ends up being like one toxic, one healthy.
yeah, because you always attract, you know, the opposite.
Do you think that there's more toxic people in this world than healthy people?
Let me think about that. Yeah.
More toxic?
I think more toxic because, like I'm saying, opposites attract. And I feel like someone could be healthy and then get kind of dragged into the toxic, and then that multiplies and keeps
That's
multiplying.
what I was gonna say.
So yeah,
like you could be a healthy person and you get in a relationship with a toxic person, and then they make you become toxic. So now you're two toxic people, and now you go date another healthy person, and then you make them toxic. So,
but then after it cancels out because then you date someone healthy, so then you go back to that. So I think,
or
it's
do you
like,
make the healthy person toxic too? I think there's more toxic people.
I think
in
we
this
need
world.
to shut the fuck up.
100%. We still do this thing?
Crazy.
It's 2023.
So
We're still
Veronica,
doing
just
this
do it.
fucking
Sum it
podcast?
up. Toxic people.
I'm an idiot. Alessia's gonna go download. She's gonna show up at her ex's house tonight and go, pass me your phone for a second. Is it still 3131? Because I'm downloading all those messages. I need to know.
And also,
I get
like,
it.
Instagram fucks you up because it's like, even when you're trying to get in someone's password, it'll let them know in which location they're trying to log in. Also, last thing, when you're going on a date with someone, okay, and you know you want to be respectful, so you're not on your phone, okay, so you turn your phone the opposite way because you're like I want to give this person face down. I want to give this person all of my attention. Do you ever feel like when you're on a date and someone does that, like, what's going on? Is there a hidden agenda? Like, what are they trying to hide that they have to turn their phone? Or do you think it's a respectful thing?
I think personally, and I know a lot of people see it as like a toxic thing, like what are you hiding? I think it's respectful, and personally I do it out of respect for like, I don't want to be distracted by my phone. I don't want my phone to be lighting up with notifications. Like, I don't need to be looking at that right now. My attention's on you, so I'm gonna flip my phone over. But a lot of people
hold on. It's a timeline though. At the beginning you think it's respectful, but then when you're very comfortable with them and you're going on several dates and they're still flipping their phone, what's your vibe then?
I still stay the same because I'll always flip my phone over. Even if it's like my boyfriend and like we're having dinner together at home, I'll still flip my phone over out of respect for like, I'm listening to you talking. For me, it's just like...
Yeah, but you've never went out with your ex and like you're just on your... Like you would be a little bit on your phone and then just put it down. You'd always flip it on, Veronica.
I mean, look, I'm sure there's times where it was flipped up, but like for the most part, when I'm... Especially if I get a notification, then I'll flip it over of like, I'm getting distracted by my phone. Like I want to flip it over. Like I will get distracted by my phone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it could go two ways that.
But like, I think a lot of people see that as like, what the fuck are you hiding?
Yes and no. Yeah. I've done it. I honestly have been on dates and like, okay, the first time you think it's respectful, but I think sometimes when it's like, see someone like on their phone and they just like put it down, it's like letting your partner know like, there's other options there, but you're playing it so smooth because you're showing you respect him. But in the back of their head, they're like, what's going on that phone? Anyway, guys.
Alessia's toxic.
And Veronica's fucking naive.
Literally, the dumbass and the toxic one. It's actually crazy. Well, it's like you said, like and actually remember when we spoke about like my mentality about like not being jealous and stuff, so many people were in the comments saying like, what a fucking idiot, she's just gonna get cheated on and not even realize guys. And I was like, I mean, like, I get it.
Like,
but
yes, you will until you get the right person who won't do it.
yeah, but it's like, it's kind of like you so afraid that you're going to get kidnapped that you're never going to get kidnapped because you're so like,
Yeah.
but it's so much energy to worry every day about getting kidnapped.
Absolutely. I wish every day I could be you.
And like I said, I would just live with like, no one wants to kidnap me. Like, it's just not going to happen. No one's going to cheat on me. I just live with that. And guys, I might get kidnapped and cheated on.
And
but
what's
I'm the
the
dumbass.
saying though? Ignorance is bliss, folks.
100%. 100%. All the people in the comments telling me I'm so fucking dumb. I'm probably getting cheated on by. Listen,
stop.
I mean, look.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Chemical X podcast. Don't forget to click that red subscribe button in the corner. Leave a comment also. Let us know if you've gotten cheated on or if you don't know that you've gotten cheated on.
Let us know if my ex was really just jerking off to the pictures at the massage parlor or if he was actually getting happy ending massages. Just let me know so like I can move on and I can say like, yes, I was getting cheated on, or no, I've never been cheated on. Just let me know.
She needs help, guys.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much. See you next week.
Oh, hilarious.
I got cheated on a lot.